Hello, welcome everyone. I'm with my wonderful guest Loola Moora here, holistic coach. I'm Phillip Mountrose, and my wife and partner and I, Jane isn't with me today, but I will be your host. Uh, this is the Soul Awakenings podcast every Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Join us here live. And we're here to help you awaken to your true identity as a magnificent soul. And our focus here at Awakenings Institute and on this Soul Awakening podcast is providing you resources, real practical hands-on things to boost your emotional and spiritual intelligence. And we have a unique approach. We use meditations, oracle and tarot readings, Akashic records, archangels, enlightened masters, and much more. And help us join us weekly. We encourage you and to subscribe to the Soul Awakenings channel and give us your input and your questions, and prepare now to be inspired, share your views, and get answers to your most pressing questions. Today, the topic is getting unstuck and flying free. And as I said, I'm here with my wonderful guest, Loola Moora from Los Angeles, California, holistic coach and healer. Welcome, Loola.
Hi, Phillip. Thank you so much. And hi, everyone that is watching us like live and the ones that are gonna watch us like after the show. Um, I'm so happy to be here. Has been some days already that I was
Returning
here.
guest. Yes,
Yes.
great to see you again. And this is such an important topic because basically everyone at times, sometimes for long times, gets stuck. And they often use that word, I am stuck. And and of course we want to break free, we want to get free, we want to fly free, and we know we can do that. And we're going to explore what it means to be stuck and getting free, and some ways to do that, including the oracle readings and meditation today. Let me just say a couple preliminary, overview ideas of defining the territory here, and then I'll bring Loola in for some of her insights. And she did a Facebook post on a related topic just recently. Unstuck. Look, we can look at it from the perspective of physical, emotional, intellectual, or spiritual stuckness or combination. And you may feel physically stuck in your career, your job, and that may relate to money. And the oracle cards, the pentacles, is the card that the earth card. The emotions, your social relationships, you may feel stuck there too. Intellectually, your ideas, mentally stuck. Maybe you're stuck on your creativity, um, your ideas, and many people just have like repeating, or we get in the locked ways of thinking, narrow set views. We can't seem to see. We're stuck in the box. We're thinking in the box instead of outside the box. And by the way, soul awakening is all about getting outside of the box and flying free. And spiritual stuckness might be just feeling disconnected and separate from everything and everyone. And that may go into sort of a deep loneliness, um, or feeling lack of love. Um, Gina, Loola, let me turn it over to you. I was about to tell a story. I'm going to tell a story about Gina, but Loola, I want to get a little bit of your input now on getting unstuck and flying free.
Sure. That's actually an amazing topic, Philip. I think because I think actually what we are really looking for as human beings is for freedom, to feel free and we're energy, and actually there's a lot of combination here of things, and is that in the system that we are like living our lives, and everything that has a normally way of moving, and as being energy. I think that tendency of freedom, of feeling stuck or blocked, or like that we can move forward is very common. We feel stuck easily as human beings is normal because we are in a fluctuation mode, you know, we are in ups and downs, we are moving. It's a constant uh, thing of life. So for me, freedom, that's what I said that is an important topic because actually, when I really experienced freedom was when I set myself free from myself or from my beliefs.
Yeah,
It's
there's
better to
certain
say it that
ways
way.
things that we believe about ourselves really can limit us. I'm not
Exactly.
good enough. No one likes me or loves me. I don't deserve this or that. I'm undeserving. So, and we can just shift those to the opposite. And we have to do it in a feeling way, in a way that's going to work for us. Because if you just say it and you don't believe it, that of course isn't going to work. And we're going to explore a little deeper today. So when you do go from saying no one likes me to people like me, from I'm no good to I am good, to from I'm undeserving to I do deserve happiness and success and prosperity and love,
Exactly.
that it works, that it begins to shift, and maybe not completely altogether, but you have a different
And
response.
I think that's actually a lifetime work, you know, because beliefs are,
Yes.
people call it actually like core beliefs too, because it's something that you work for life. You have a main core belief. And if you see there, you heal by layers and you can transform but being a energetic being, of course, that fluctuation will be moments maybe that you are like in a winter season or something like that, and
Yeah,
you can
that can
get like
affect you.
triggered. Yes, for sure, we are human beings and we are here learning, you know, but setting myself free in my case of feeling that freedom was actually when I really start working on that and feel connected again, you know. And it's something that you can feel it fast, but actually you can get better with time, is what I want to say. So setting yourself free or experiencing freedom after feeling blocked is like, yeah, is come together, you know. Is something that is coming together. When you are feeling stuck, you feel that you can move, but then when you feel that little click, of course you're experiencing freedom, you know, and can
It's
be,
a shift. It's
is a
going from
shift.
one place to the next.
Exactly.
And
It's a shift, an internal shift.
I'll share a story from one of our students in the spiritual coaching and healing program, which Loola took a little while back there. Gina is her name, and her her challenge was the stuckness was along finances, which a lot of people, probably most people, at certain points in their life, and sometimes for long stretches, have financial stress. And it started off, we tracked the levels of healing in this. So here's how it works in different parts of your body when you feel stuck. So Virginia, it actually started, she didn't actually know what the issue was. She just felt her knees were very sore. In fact, I asked how sore they were out of 10, and she said 8 out of 10. So tracking it, it had to do with frustration about finances. That was an emotional level. And the mental belief level is the world's very difficult and challenging. And of course, when we're in this stuck place, it's self-fulfilling. Yes, you know, from this place where it's mirroring back to us that it is difficult. Of course, that's one way of looking at it. And then from a judgment heart level, she felt there was something wrong with her. She felt very undeserving, something on the identity. Now that's an illusion. It's a fragmented part. It's a part that's lost, but nonetheless, it can dominate us, as we know. And then we just keep going through this pattern. And she had an image of herself in a maze. She couldn't get out of the maze. So after doing some holistic EFT tapping, some energy healing tapping, and connecting with the soul, going to a higher place. We'll be doing some of that in a moment, this kind of healing. Then she shifted quite a bit, shifted amazingly. And she was now out of the maze in her mind and in a beautiful meadow with flowers and open sky. And she felt calm and peaceful, and her knees no longer hurt, her left knee especially, which was pretty amazing. So sometimes these things with the right tools and the right support can go pretty quickly.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like changing your perspective and seeing it from a higher one, you know?
Yes.
And that's exactly the process that person did with you. And as I was saying, is you can feel that freedom very fast, as you mentioned, but at the same time, it's something that you can keep working for the rest of your life, and you will experience the different levels of freedom too, you know?
Yes, I like that term, levels of freedom, and welcome Sharon and other people joining us, and they can add their insights of, what
Love it.
it means to get stuck or break free or fly free. To like to hear people's input who are with us. Um, and you had a recent Facebook post on your page there about authentic freedom and so forth. Did you want to share any of that with us, Loola?
Yes, Philip, thank you. That's right. Yeah. As I was saying, in my own experience, and actually as I have experience working with people too, in this uh, journey of life, that we are here to learn and to get to know ourselves better, and and grow. This beautiful and challenging journey going inside us, has been an amazing way for me to experience the different levels of freedom. So that's why I wrote this post on Facebook, and it's because for me, uh, there's four like different kinds of freedom, that I have been experiencing, and one is the freedom of being able to choose, because
Hmm.
when you are centered and you actually are um, connected with your force, with your inner strength, with your inner power, you have that freedom of choosing what you want in your life, what you want to believe. Actually, that is what we're talking here.
Right,
To your beliefs, you have that consciousness, that level of consciousness of
right,
choosing. So that's one of the ways I see
right.
freedom, or I can like show. Check if I am experiencing freedom in my life. Other way is a freedom of self-love. You have that other choice or option, that is the freedom of self-love, when you start working on yourself and you understand that actually everything that happens around you or outside you is the reflection of your inner relationship. So when you work inside yourself and you are like loving yourself, there's freedom because you are setting yourself free. You are loving yourself. You're not waiting for other people to love you. You are
Hmm.
centered. You are
Hmm.
connected with a higher vibration. You are vibrating high. And there's another one that is the freedom of authenticity, because that's what you actually can experience. You bring that uniqueness, those gifts that are you, that light that makes you be you out. That's how other way you can experience freedom, or you are like showing freedom in your life. It's when you are experiencing authenticity. And yeah, I think I already covered the four ones that I that
Yeah,
that
those
I
are great. So just to map it out how it might look, say for the lady in our coaching healing class, or just I can think of, just a sort of general idea of, say you have a stress maybe with a relationship and feeling rejected, or you have financial challenges. If you have the power to choose, well, you can choose to be depressed, fearful, pessimistic, or you can choose to be hopeful, optimistic, looking for opportunities, and then letting go. And it's
Yeah,
just kind
that's
of
the one
saying,
that
hey,
was missing.
yeah,
This
letting
one.
go, letting go. I mean, if you can't, it's not to deny that there's a challenge and you have responsibilities, of course, but that, hey, just worrying and hanging on to the same negative thought pattern is not going to help you. You need to consciously make efforts to let go. That could be breathing, running, exercising, whatever is makes you feel relaxed and active and positive. And you said freedom is self-love. Well, if you're beating yourself up over your relationship or your money or whatever, obviously you're not in a self-love mode. Just take a little, it could be just to go from that to self-love may be too big a step, but move in that direction. What would be moving in that direction to be more self-loving than criticizing yourself? What would you do or say? Lula, what do you
And
think?
there are little things that we can start doing today, actually. It's like programming ourselves to experience that freedom. It's little by little. There are levels, as you
Yeah,
mentioned. And,
do a
and I
little
love that
step.
this happened today because I was missing the one that I need to work more on, that is letting go.
What was the one I
So
forgot to mention? Oh, it's the one I need to work on, letting go.
you see, so I love it because I will not forget it for the week. Of course I won't,
Right. Yeah.
and it's very interesting because that's one of the main tasks, homeworks, lessons, that I have been working in my life. So it's very interesting that was the one that I was missing. You see, that's sweet because I need to focus on that.
Yes,
So letting
exactly.
go is a great way to
Yeah,
to
and I
experience
welcome
freedom.
Nikki and people joining us and to mention ways, maybe that they think of letting go, what that means to them or breaking free. Just an idea of that for coming from people watching. Uh, that's great too. And I have a card reading I did on this topic beforehand that I'm going to show you. I have a second
I'm
camera.
curious.
Yes,
I'm very curious.
yes, I used two decks for the main focus about letting go and breaking free. Uh, Let me point that out. It's the Sun card, very beautiful, from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. So the focus about letting go and flying free was the Sun card. And sun is very powerful image and metaphor, sunshines and everything. Very. And then the other card was the um, Nine of Water, the Nine of Water. And that's the release card. That's for releasing. What do you need to release? And this is for general everyone. I'm doing this collectively for everyone now, and it'll apply to you individually. So the sun for everyone to help you understand about letting go and breaking free, flying free. The Nine of Water is what you need to release. Now that's a very
It's
these
very
these cards
interesting.
bring out completely different perceptions and help you think outside of the box. Now the nine being completion, uh, means it has to do with actually achievement and contentment and completion. So you might think,
Yeah.
well, why would you want to let go of contentment and completion? Well, the reading that came to me, and I'm going to read from it in a moment, was to let go of being set, even in the good things, even in the patterns, because sometimes, say I'm stuck with money, but you do something and it almost can be, what do you call it, an avoidance or something, so you don't think about it. I mean, it may be good, it may be positive. Another part of your area might be you may be, lucky in love and unlucky in cards, or unlucky in love and lucky in cards. You may be doing well in another relationship, which is great, but don't use it as a kind of substitute to avoid breaking free. Letting go, becoming unstuck. So that's the Nine of Water, the emotion card. And then the embracing, what to embrace. It was the other card. Oh, by the way, this is the Good Tarot deck. This is another deck, these two cards on the Tarot Minor Arcana. The Five of Fire, the Passion, the action card. So five, this is what to embrace about breaking free, letting go. I like your term, flying free. Um, so the five means honoring differences or unity in diversity, catalyst for change. And the way understood that, and I'm about to read you what I wrote, is thinking outside of the box. So if you're stuck, you tend to go in the same pattern, like, oh, wake up, I see this bill, and I go in the same negative thoughts. Oh, the person, criticizes me, go in the same negative thoughts. You go over and over the same thing hundreds and hundreds of times, like a deep, deep rut. So the five of fire is catalyzing change by going someplace else. Say, I need to just do something else, something good, something positive, something not as an avoidance thing, like, oh, I'm good at doing this, so I'll go over here and do this, but maybe it's just something different. What could I do differently? Instead of worrying about the money, maybe I can call someone who can help me with this or support me. Maybe I can research something on the internet. Maybe I can do some exercise and feel really good in my body now and feel very active and then look at it again and know that I have a lot of energy. Or ask myself a question, have I uh, have I overcome things like this before? Has anyone overcome things like this before? So let me read you the that was my kind of talking through summary. I actually wrote it out. Jane and I, when we do readings, we do it voice to text in Microsoft Word. And here's what I figured for this card reading you're looking at. You do want to shine your light like the sun on any areas that are holding you back. You've gotten into uh, a toxic place, maybe a ditch, a hole, or a maze, like we said earlier, which you can free yourself from. First step, the first step is to recognize that you are stuck and that you
Mm.
do have options to free yourself. Your past thinking has not worked and maybe only aggravated this situation. You cannot go necessarily to the familiar places that you're in because they have not helped you to get unstuck. And that's what I was saying. Just to do something that you're good at, which doesn't relate, isn't going to get you unstuck. Uh, so that means get out of the rut instead of deep in the same old tracks. So you can honor your other successes, but this particular stuckness needs a special tool and leverage to get free. And that means different energies, following your heart and intuition. Opening yourself to more possibilities is what is needed. You can ask yourself if others succeeded in such a difficult situation. That's a really good question, by the way. Has anyone gotten out of a financial rut? Has anyone got out of a bad relationship? Yes. Could I get out of a bad relationship or bad finances? Yes. So that's encouraging. So look for other resources to show up when you open your eyes. Pay attention and see what presents itself. Let the light of the sun shine and it will show you the possibilities and which ones to pursue. Loola, any thoughts or people viewing? Feel free to make your comments on that reading.
Wow. My my head is very active right now with all that information that actually I find these cards amazing, because as we said, movement, water, I think is very important, to flow. That's what I'm getting for that card, like sometimes you mention it, like not giving for granted things that we already have or doing, because then we set in our comfort zone. So there's the water, reminding us of movement and
Mm-hmm.
flow and
Mm-hmm.
emotions and fluctuations. The
Mm-hmm.
sun, the sun is action, is the warrior, active. That it was the first card that we got, inviting us actually to be in action, as you mentioned. But is what I'm getting is that out of the box way of thinking. Like the sun is like coming again. It's like a new day. It's a new way. It's a new, yeah, a
Mm-hmm.
new
It's a new
possibility.
fresh day, a fresh day. Good.
Exactly.
I like that water is flowing. That's a good, how could I flow in this situation? What would help me flow? That might be a good question. I like Sharon in the comment box. Sharon Williamson said, letting go of clutter. That's a huge one. That can be
Mm.
very powerful. Any little thing you may have most people have problems with clutter sometimes in some places, maybe a lot. Just doing little cleanups, just here's a stack of papers that I don't know what's in it. I'm going to go through this stack of papers today. uh, here's a part of my car that I don't know what even this stuff is. It's been there for who knows how long. I'm going to find out and get rid of stuff I don't need, which, it's interesting. I'm noticing here, the older you get, it's easy to accumulate things, of course. And a lot of things that you accumulate is because you think you'll need them later and you never do. Like this is a beautiful piece of
Yeah.
clothing, or this is an important book or a bunch of articles I'm going to print out and save somewhere. And what is this? I
Uh,
don't even remember what this is. And there's just stacks of paper.
yeah, happens. Happens.
It does happen.
Yeah, and in my case, Philip is like every time is more like it's faster. No,
Mhm,
actually, I it's amazing how I experienced something this weekend and is unconscious. Like we didn't plan it, but with a friend, we did almost a closet swap. Like I took out of my clothes that doesn't fit anymore, and she did the same. And then we saw actually that we actually replaced. I let go things. I was not expecting it, but the universe so
mhm,
fast. Actually,
mhm,
the next day or like was the same week. I
mhm.
took out of my clothes. I was like with little clothes, not so an amount, very, very. And then I received a completely new clothes because I took all my clothes out, and was so fast because I make space. And is what you're saying. It's like that movement, that
You make
cleaning.
space, and it
I
feels
make
good.
space
It
and
really
feels
feels
good. And I was not
flow.
expecting it, but universe doesn't like the like empty spaces. you
No,
know?
does it
So
fill
it
a
was like
vacuum is filled? I'm
exactly.
wondering, we have a meditation coming up, but why don't we do a little, if someone in some of the audience wants a little reading on a place they're stuck, draw a couple cards. Thinking I'm going to keep the sun as the focus. That's a beautiful card. Uh, and if someone wants a little reading on an area they're stuck, we could get a couple more insights because it relates to the person individually, but we could all relate and support too. So if someone does want an area to get unstuck in, just put that note in the chat. And I am going to do a meditation here too.
Yeah, that person can write me or send an emoji. Everything works.
So Sharon, yeah, what area are you stuck in, or is it the clutter? Are we going to stay with the clutter theme? Yeah, because since you mentioned that prior. Okay. So I'm going to draw a couple cards for um, Sharon on the clutter. Let me switch over to that view so you can all see the cards. And I'm going to um, put the cards, draw cards for Sharon on helping her with her clutter. And I'm sure a lot of us can relate to this about becoming unstuck. And here's the back of the cards. So for Sharon, the first card will be release. I'm going to put it over the first ones we did. Let's see, is it major or minor arcana? Major, or it's minor arcana. It just helps me know which part of the deck to draw from Sharon. What does she need to release? This is an additional thing. Fire energy, the six of fire, and what does she need to embrace? I'll just put this here for a moment. So I'm going to read the six of fire, um, and Sharon can also comment if anything's coming to mind too, what it means. And there are a couple keywords to understand. And for all of you, you may relate to some of your clutter. The keywords are stepping into the limelight, being an enlightened influencer. I I generously model my transformation so that others might be inspired. I put my light atop a hill. Okay, I'm getting it. So it can shine forth, helping others to find their way. I remain aware of shadows and people who have trouble basking in the warm light. I bless them, but do not dim my own beacon. And what I'm picking up, and Loola, tell me if you're getting something too, is for Sharon, if you have a lot of clutter, you can't shine your light. It's like, everything's dusty and, you may have a beautiful desk, but if it's all covered with paper and things on it all over the place, who knows, it's, if it's a beautiful piece of furniture, if it's got a lot of stains and stuff all over it. So to have that beautiful six of fire, she needs to release anything that's blocking, like stuff that's covering, because underneath it is beautiful things that are underneath. So it needs to feel that beautiful six of fire energy, uh, to be an enlightened influencer, is the way it's described in the deck. Loola, what are you picking up? And Sharon, you can
Yes,
comment too.
I'm so in the same page than you, feel. Actually, I get a lot of images. I got an image of her, like there was like a zipper, and she was like opening it and like going out of all that like costume or like layers that were like hiding her truth, her really what is there inside, because she needs actually what is coming a lot is like alchemy transforming like
Mm-hmm.
carbon to crystal. That is actually what we are experiencing right now as a collective. So it's like that alchemy. It's like taking out all that dirt,
Mm-hmm.
like shining that gem, you know. So she really can shine everything, that beauty that she has inside, that she really is, because she is already that. It's like she has a lot of layers and capes and things that are not allowing her like to see it and to show it. Actually, that's what I'm getting.
Yes, sounds very much like what I was picking up. Let's do the embrace, the other card from the good tarot. What does she need to embrace to help clear the clutter and get unstuck and fly free? Ooh, the ace. Okay, the aces are very powerful cards of earth. Earth is the physical, so things in the physical we're talking about. Uh, and the ace, and that can represent also the earth prosperity as well, the earth suit. There's a kind of a deer with an antler there. The ace of earth, here's the description from the guidebook of the good tarot. Prosperity in its purest form, concrete results in the physical world, abundance and made manifest. I recognize the many forms of abundance and plenty, and I align myself with success. Mm-hmm. I can generate gold from the resources I have at my fingertips. There's the alchemy. I make an impact. The essence of prosperity is taking form in the material world. So to be prosperous, to have this beauty, you need to get all the clutter, the junk out of the way, knowing, and that might be motivational. I don't know if it is to Sharon, but to have the eighth of earth, have all the bounty of the earth, you need to get rid of the junk. And that's taking care, that's stewarding the earth. If you're taking care of your possessions, if you're just putting things chaotically around your environment, you're sort of disrespecting your environment in a way. And we're all subject to this. So I don't hold myself above this, but it's a motivation like, wow, I want to have my house in order so I can shine and shine my light, the sun, onto the world much more and fly free. Loola, anything coming to your mind?
Wow, I was following you like and smiling because you said it like I was going to say it. It's like, yeah, it's like a symphony. That's what I'm feeling, like yeah. And I'm seeing her. That's the image I have her like opening, like a
The opening.
costume. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like yeah. I don't know, and I feel that it's a little bit painful, is like when the caterpillar is going out,
Out of
I
the
can see
cocoon.
it. Yes, yes, I can see it. I can see it because it's taking out maybe layers and things out that have been there for a long time or something like that. That is physical too, but the physical stuff get have a very important meaning for us and have that weight too, so that may be what I'm sensing, that she needs to break free. That's what I'm getting
Yeah, break
of
free.
that.
Sounds
Break
good.
free.
Yeah, and I hope that was helpful for Sharon and for everyone. I think big red S on my chest like Superman, Sharon saying. Good sense of humor. That's breaking free. free when you can laugh. Okay. So we have a meditation on, it just so happens, getting unstuck and breaking free and flying free. And if you want, you can close your eyes if you're in a comfortable place to do that. And as you relax and let your body feel more and more at ease, more and more comfortable, lighter and lighter, all your body relaxing even more. Imagine yourself lifting up, going up higher and higher. And as you rise higher and higher, you're going through the clouds, maybe to a wonderful mountaintop peak or a high summit. And above the clouds, wherever you are, is the sun. And you feel you can fly. You can fly free as a bird, fly wherever you want, easily, beautifully. And as you're flying above the earth, you're seeing all the wonderful mountains and water, the oceans and seas and rivers. You're seeing beautiful mountains and how the water meets the land in different places. And it's quite spectacular. And you're traveling around the earth, you can see beautiful sacred sites. You can see Stonehenge in England. You can see the Taj Mahal in India, these beautiful sites, the Notre Dame and Cathedral in France. It's all there. But as you fly further, you notice there's actually a lot that is a problem. There are a lot of troubled spots there too. There's pollution in much of the earth and on the air and the water and land. There's destructive activity like wars going on in places like Gaza and Ukraine and elsewhere. And you know, as you're flying free, you have the energy to send that sunlight through you to disinfect. Light is the best disinfectant, as we know. And as you send it into those areas where the toxins are and the fighting is, it disperses the negative conflicting energy. The poisons dissipate through the air and water and land. They become harmless. And you just send that. And we're going to bring in Archangel Raphael, the angel of healing, with his beautiful emerald green energy, and have us help us get unstuck and free in the areas of the world that need it. And he said, yes, dear ones, when you open your heart and you work together, things work out well. Where there is a will, there is a way. You have all that you need, and you have the support you need with beings like me as well. Just keep seeking the light and following your heart, letting those hope beams become very real and tangible and turn into realities as things become clearer and purer and lighter in your heart and in the world around you. Trust your heart, trust the higher beings, and trust your higher self. We are all on the same page in the same world together. Thank you, Raphael. And looking into your own body and your own environment individually now, where there might be clutter in your environment or physical problems or money or career problems or relationship problems, just shining the light onto those as well, knowing that the light can help you clear and clean, disinfect, be on your path. Just let that light and Raphael support you with this beautiful green emerald energy. And we can do some EFT tapping the top of your head just for feeling free, flying free, and tapping the eyebrows, flying free, and tapping the side of the eyes, allowing yourself to fly free still, and balancing yourself under the eyes, flying free. The nose, under the nose, trusting your heart, opening your heart, getting the support, flying free. And the chin, continuing the fly, tapping the chin, flying free. The collarbone, letting go, breaking free. And under the arms, bracing yourself, allowing Raphael's beautiful, loving emerald green energy to help us. And finally, tapping the reset point across the top of the head, breathing in, flying free still. And then your heart, breathing and flying free. Very good. Realizing you are good enough, you are lovable and supported. You do deserve love and happiness and abundance today. And as we thank Raphael and all the angelic and higher support, ready to come back down, coming back down into our bodies, feet on the ground, feeling very grounded, knowing that we have more resources, more energy, more love and support, helping us continue to break free, fly free in our reality now. 1, 2, 3, ready to open your eyes. 4 and 5, opening your eyes back where you are, grounded, a little freer, a little lighter, maybe a little happier too.
Wow, Philip. Lovely. I got so emotional today. A lot of tears came out. Beautiful. And I
Yep.
want to share actually what I experienced, and it was like that moment actually when the tears came out was when I realized that for minutes or periods of time I feel powerless.
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
and 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 then I felt that power again, and seeing everything that I don't find beautiful and good that is happening right now, but seeing how powerful I am and how I can send light and actually contribute in a way, being myself in that light. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that was exactly the moment when my tears came out. It's like when I realized again that I got connected with that power, and understanding that that I have that power actually.
Yes, we do have the power. And that's part of it, letting go. Our soul comes here with blueprints, things we want to accomplish, which includes breaking free in certain areas to work on. And our mind uh, is a broadcaster for the soul, and then the traumas from this life and past life are held in the body. So we don't feel good, uh, and it may show up. Clutter might be sort of a confused part of our mind, sort of a part of mind that's in disarray or irresponsible, or just our programming. And when we get rid of the clutter on the outside and the discomfort on the inside, then we don't have to hold that energy in our space in our everyday life. We're much more spacious and free, and able not only to help ourselves and help others. So, like, hey, if I'm organized, I know where to find things. I know where to find my Oracle decks. I mean, if the Oracle decks are all over and I can't find them and so forth, how am I going to do an Oracle reading for myself or for another person? Or it'll be pretty haphazard. Um, so then when we release if it's in our body, the trauma or in the clutter in our outer environment, we become clear and we don't react. We don't have that heavy, painful energy or that disorder, that kind of ugliness around us. Uh, and we feel much better. We still remember in our mind, that, wow, I learned a lesson. I remembered. We don't deny it. We don't pretend that we never had problem with clutter or pain or finances, but we're not reacting. We're not holding it in a part of our body. It releases from our body. So we're flying free. We're letting go.
Beautiful said. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's part of the game, I think.
It is.
We it's part of the game. It's part of the game. And I see life as a game, and levels, that you, like, in a way, conquer, like, so you're ready for the next one, and sometimes you need to go back
Mm-hmm.
because there's something that you didn't see or that you didn't take that you need for the
Mm-hmm.
next adventure or challenges. So that helps to take out that weight of seriousness, or like I'm not doing it correctly or something like that. And it helps you to feel more freedom to, to
It
have
does.
that free will and to choose and to experiment a little, like and see life as an experiment too, because you
Hmm.
need to try this to
Hmm.
understand if yes or not, and sometimes works in one period of your life, but
Right.
not in the next one.
Right. It's not always
So
good.
it's not the
It's
same
all new.
answer.
Yeah.
And then
It
you
may
are
be a different part of, you might get rid of the clutter in your on your desk, but now you have to work on the clutter on your car because that's another area.
and you say it, and I think when I start feeling blocked or that I don't find how to flow, because that's the word, like because
Yes.
flow is not putting resistance and it's accepting things like they are and going with them.
Yep.
Is not ignoring or flowing. Flowing is like really okay and letting yourself go with it.
Yes.
So it's flowing. So when I see that I'm not flowing and I observe some resistance or that I'm blocked, I start cleaning, and takes me time to understand that
Yeah.
and takes me time to do the action,
Yeah.
because I feel that, and then I'm like, I need to start cleaning, and
Yeah. I
then I
have to
see.
change. Change takes energy. It's very easy. Like it's a patterns and habits are very easy. They conserve energy, but when they're negative habits, they also drain energy. When they're positive habits, they'll give you
and,
energy.
and in a way put you blind, you can see easily, but then you make an action that takes you out of that, and then you start seeing clearly a little bit.
Yes. Yes, definitely. And so we're coming to our conclusion here, and uh, we want to just say to the world, put it out to the world to help everyone and who's watching be unstuck and fly free. Yeah, everyone in the world to have more free energy, free flowing, letting go energy. Send that out to the world to make the world a more beautiful, loving, flowing place. Yes, we definitely want to have everyone feel connected as much as possible. So that's what the Soul Awakenings show here is for. So, Loola, how can people find out about you to connect with you?
Okay, people can connect with me through Facebook or Instagram, Loola Mora, LOOLAMORA. And actually, I want to invite people because I'm facilitating a workshop the 10th of August. And the name is Flowing with the Universe.
Oh, good.
And
What
it's
do you know?
amazing because I'm going to share the laws of the universe and how they are related with our chakras. So it's an amazing way to understand how you can follow the laws easily, consciously through your chakras. So helps a lot because you are not going against them. So it's an amazing way to unlock yourself, actually.
Yes, that sounds good. I like
uh,
that.
so yeah, it's the 10th of August. So people, if you are interested, you can contact me through Instagram or Facebook, and I will give you some information. And yeah, that's
What's
actually
it called? What's the event called?
flowing with the universe.
Flowing
It's
with
an
the universe. Perfect. Yeah, that was a
online.
perfect follow-up to what we're talking here. Very
Yeah,
good. Yeah,
and it's an
excellent.
online workshop, so you can join from anywhere. And yeah, actually, those are the main social media places where you can find me, and I
Yeah,
would love to connect with you,
Lula Moora.
Lula Mora. And yes, yes, and actually, people can connect with me. That's what is happening soon, and I'm already opening the doors for my program that I'm gonna start on September. That is a healing and coaching program that is called BMS, Body, Mind, and Soul program.
Hmm.
Yeah, so you
Okay,
can
very
see in
good.
my content a little bit of how I can
Great.
like approach you. So yeah, I would love to
Beautiful.
connect.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
that would be great. And just here at Awakenings Institute, and we encourage you to like our channel here and subscribe, and certainly put any questions into it. Love to do that. And we have a free resource kit you can get at tinyurl.com/spiritual-kit. and it's an excerpt from our newest book, The Loving Power of Your Soul, an aliveness checklist, a special checklist, and a special holistic EFT happy tap video at tinyurl.com/spiritual-kit for your free resource kit. So it's been great being with you, Loola. Thanks for
The
being with us. It's
same.
great being here with everyone, live and in replay. And until next time, Soul Awakening. See you next time. Have a great week. Be in the flow.
Bye.